Good morning. Happy Wednesday. How is everybody? How you doing? I am looking in the mini catalog to see what page we need to be on. If you have yours with you, page 38, 39, 40, and 41. The beautiful Bokeh Suite. Oh my goodness. Hey Carol, welcome. How are you? Nice to see you. That's the suite I'm working with today. Get this a little bit farther down. Keeps wanting to move on me. Hello, Bev Stokes. You know, I love this suite when I first saw it, but I wasn't sure about one of the dies. I didn't know how that was going to work. I had a vision, and that's what I'm going to do today, because when my visions appear, that's just what I do. But I also looked online and I saw many demonstrators using it, and I'm a little bewildered or baffled. Not that I don't like what they're doing, I just wonder why my brain works completely different than everybody else's. I guess it's called being unique. I don't know. But I haven't seen anybody use it the way I thought it was to be used. Hi, Melody. Welcome. So I'm going to show you what I thought this was meant for, and then I'm going to step it up a little bit. I mean, it's beautiful, I think, originally, but you'll just see when I step it up what I'm talking about. We've got 2 more minutes. So just going to hang in there and see if anybody else waltzes in. We're also going to be using this beautiful Bokeh Suite at Open House, which is the first Thursday in February. And so I just wanted to start sharing it with you now because it's absolutely gorgeous. One of my downline, where is her card? Let's see. I moved it. Oh no, there it is. One of my downline, Rose, she was in a card exchange that I had with my downline, and she made a beautiful card with this set. And that's what really piqued my interest in this set, because like I said, I wasn't sure about it at first. I didn't know what it was meant to create for sure, other than butterflies. I mean, that's, you know, and then I love that the folder embosses the butterfly underneath here. So, you know, I just, then when Rose showed me her set, okay, I said, I'm sold. I think, hi Deborah, I think that does what I want it to do. Okay, but then like I said, when I looked online, I think I saw 3 or 4 videos and everybody was doing the same thing. So let's just get started, and then I'll talk about what everybody else was doing. But if you've seen somebody do what I'm doing, let me know, because maybe I just haven't found it yet. Think you're back. I am backwards because Facebook has changed again, as far as I can tell. Hi, Viola. And there's not a little icon. I've hit every single one of them that flips it when you're looking at me. But I'm just grateful that when I put you down on my desk that you're straight, that you're not backwards. I've heard other people say that too, so thank God it's not just me, but I haven't figured it out yet, and gosh knows if I ever will. I just wish they would explain things so we could understand. See, now you're not backwards, so I don't know. Okay. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. If you would sprinkle, I love my followers. You all are so kind and so sweet. I think I've had 1 negative comment in my whole time that I've been on live, and it was about the noise in the background. And so that was pretty good that I haven't had any meanies on here. I've seen some terrible comments made by other people watching other videos. It's so sad. Okay, so let me focus in a little bit, see if it will. Oh, sometimes it goes so big. so fast, and other times I can't get it to move at all. So if you would sprinkle to help me grow, that's what I was starting to say, I would really appreciate it. My page here is pretty good size, but every time you comment or send a heart or a thumbs up or a thumbs down or whatever you're thinking, it helps my page, the algorithm. So just comment away. Again, welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. I am your host, Beverlee Morales, and I live in Tracy, California. Thank you, Carol Schaefer, for always sprinkling. You're so sweet. I have a January host code. It is right here. So snapshot that. If you plan on placing an order with me, you can use that code if your order is under $150. Now remember, the host codes are going to go away in April. You need to have an online account so you can earn free, earn credits with Stampin' Up! Starting in April. Okay, you can shop with me where? At beverleestamps.stampinup.net. I also have a YouTube channel where I upload my videos, my lives, and so you can watch the replays there. And this is my email, mofun44@icloud.com. Please send me an email if you win the card so I can send it to you. If I don't get an email from you before my next live, then I have to just keep the card and carry on. I cannot keep a stack of cards here and the administrative work that it takes to keep track of all that. So I want you to have what I make. If you like it, just email me your address and I will get it off to you right away. This is the card that I made at my last live, and I love this set so much. It's just a beautiful, beautiful set, and it's so easy to use with this darn DSP. I've just fallen in love with this, and I have a winner for this card right here. Let me pull it up and show you who that is. So remember to send me an email before Sunday. So that means by Saturday. Dominga Flores, if you would send me your address, I would love to send you this card. Congratulations, Dominga. Okay. Here is Rose's card. I was backwards when I was showing it to you. And look how beautiful that is. She used the folder. She used the bokeh paper. Or she sponged multiple colors, but I think she used the bokeh paper, and she used the happy birthday sentiment and the banner. Hi, Julia. So this card, she embossed a little bit right here, and this card really intrigued me to use this set. She used the itty bitty, what are they called? Let me get my sheet. The itty bitty something. Itty Bitty Bokeh Mix is what it's called, and she used quite a few of them on her card, which just made it absolutely adorable. So thank you, Rose, for sharing this and getting me to grab this set and start to create. What did I use on this for this card that I'm going to show you today? I used the beautiful Bokeh Suite. But you don't have to get the whole suite. It is on page 39 of the mini catalog. You can just get the bundle if you wish. And then I used Versamark ink because I did a little tiny bit of embossing, and Daffodil Delight ink when I step it up. I talked about that at the beginning. Paper I used was basic white thick cardstock, and I'm going to talk about why I used that rather than, well, I used both cardstocks basic white, but I did use the thick for my base, and I'm going to talk about why in a minute. Then I used the basic white cardstock for the butterflies and the beautiful Bokeh 6x6 DSP, all in the mini catalog. The embellishments are the Itty Bitty Bokeh Mix, the Metal Wow embossing powder. I used gold, and the distressed tile folder and the exposed brick folder. You guys are quite familiar with my style. I love a lot of texture, I love a lot of layering, and I love to use more than one folder on a card a lot. And so that just gives you a lot of texture. All right, the tools I used are my heat tool, my embossing tool kit, my paper trimmer, my snips, my cut and emboss machine, my take your pick tool, and my bone folder. Adhesives are all on page 116 and 117. I think I used mini glue dots and liquid glue on this original design by me. Okay, so here we go. First, I'm going to show you the card. Here is the card. Now, this is what I'm talking about when I talk about a die. I was not sure how it was to be used. I immediately thought it was going to be a smaller card, note card style, name card style, but I also saw that it was pretty big. Hi, Carolyn. And so I thought, oh my word, finally a beautiful note card that I can just make very, very quickly. I think that's what this does. Well, I went online because I wanted to see some tutorials and see if I was right or not, and I didn't see anybody using it this way. So I was baffled, as I said in the beginning. I saw more of a flip card made, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about by a flip card. So they just cut it out like this, and then took scissors and cut off the front like this. I just made this so I could show you what I've been seeing. Thanks, Lynn. And then removing this and having this. And then going through some work to get, anyway, I was baffled. And they were cutting off the heads of the butterfly. I'm just going to do it so you see what I'm talking about, like this, and using the other butterfly dies to get the little antennas back on. So I didn't care for all that work. So I'm going to show you what I did. And like I said, if you've seen this before, tell me where, because I have not. And I don't want to take, I don't want you to think that I designed this well, I think I did. I haven't seen it anywhere else. So this is a piece of thick cardstock, white. And you want to use your bone folder and burnish it very, very well. Thanks, Bev. I do too. I'm, like I said, baffled. So, and then I'm going to wing it back. You're going to make sure, I've taught you this the whole time you've been with me about the winging it back and making this score line so prominent. But it's really important with this card because we need this line in order to make this style work. Okay, and again, it's a Bev card in all white, but I'm going to step it up and add some color for those of you who like color. Okay, so here's the die. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool so I can point out. There is a line right there. See it? And same line on the other side as well. All right, so those are not just there for looks. They're part of this die that makes it work correctly. Poke my paper out. So we have a clean die. I had a piece of paper in there. All right, so, and you're going to need your Post-it note paper or your Post-it tape, whatever you use to keep your dies down. So see how I am lining up. This is going to be a slow tutorial because I want you guys to get it right and do it and have the fun and love it like I do. All right, so this line and the line, the prominent fold, are exactly on each other. Okay, that's important. Then you're going to tape it down because you're going to take it to your cut and emboss machine and you don't want it to move at all. If it moves, check it before you take it to your machine, and if it moves, just take the time to put it back on there right. So again, I want to make sure you can see good. That line on the die is completely lined up with the fold, right? Okay, so let's go get my machine. And we just need the regular setup for cutting dies, platform 1 and 2 and 3. Then our project. I'm checking to make sure my lines did not move. They're taped down, so they didn't. And then we're going to cut. I'm telling you, I absolutely love this butterfly as a card on its own. Absolutely love it. And that's what I just assumed this was from the get-go. So I was surprised when I haven't been able to find it done like this online. All right, so now I have Post-it note tape, and it's full coverage Post-it note tape, so the whole Post-it note is adhesive. The little stripes here let you know that that's where there is no adhesive, so you can pull. And I cut my Post-it note into strips. So see, it's like this, but I cut it into strips, so it will go further. And then you just look for the stripes to help pull and release it. Okay. And then I'm going to turn it back over, and I have this in the die, which I need to take out. So this is where others have now cut this off and cut off the head of the butterfly. So you can do that. And if you go online, you'll see what I'm talking about. You can watch the videos. So now I turned it around, and I did the same thing. I made sure, 2 things this time. I made sure that this die lined up with this image right there, and that this line was on the fold line again. Take your time with that. I'm gonna yank it down just a hair, like that. Okay. And then put your Post-it note once again. I happen to like his little head. Everybody's decapitating him, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm just going to turn around and put this through my machine again, just like I just did a minute ago, and run it through. You know what? I'm going to bring my machine here just so you can see. I don't want you to think that, you missed something. So we're just going to roll this back through. Okay, now I'm going to get this ready for my folders. All right, so back to our card. I'm going to pull up the tape. Now this is Post-it note tape, so go slow with it. It's very strong. I don't have any Post-it note tape. I swear I ordered 2 rolls of it and can't find it, and I'm too stubborn to order more because it's not cheap. But I still haven't found it, so I don't know where it went. Okay, then you pull this apart, and again you have a piece in this part of the die that you can take out for next, so you have a clean die. And then you're just going to take your snips and snip right on that fold. And right on this fold. take that off. Now this time, I still have this. So I am going, hi Diane, I am going to remove that as well. Last time, or the other times I've made this card, I have not gotten it that far apart, or so I didn't have that area. So it depends on how you line it up. So on camera, it's always gonna not work like it did when I'm here home alone. But look at this. So now I have this card. Let me use my bone folder. Get my seams really, really good. And it's made with thick cardstock, so it's going to stand up better. This is a glass mat, so it's a little slippery. On a regular table, it won't slide like this. Okay, so there, let's look at the card again. Look at the texture here. And then this is another die in the set. Just to save a little time, I cut one of these out. There we go. And I also cut out one of the tags in the die set. Notice on my card though, I have 2 butterflies. I've always taught you that as well. If you put 2 together, it makes them look like they're fluttering. So, and it gives you more fullness. It's just so, so pretty that it's well worth making 2. I did this one already as well, but I wanted to show you with your, take your pick tool and your brush, how easily all of the little details come out of this butterfly. So it's very easy to use. That's very nice to know. So let me get all these little scraps out of my way. And take your pick tool again and use the little hole to get this out. Pull gently. It's not that fragile, but I would just pull gently just to make sure. Okay. Now, I'm bending this up, bending up the body, and I will go to my liquid glue. I'm going to put some on the body. I think this is the one that's not working. Try the other one. One thing I always forget to do is check my glue before my live to make sure that it's coming out, and it's not. I know that it's full. Where's my little sewing needle? Can't find it. Let me try with my take your pick tool. I don't want it to gush out so much that it ruins anything. Let's put the lid on and bang it again. There we go. Kinda. There's a little bit coming out. Very frustrating. Okay, I'm gonna put these together since a little bit came out. And then, I'm gonna grab another one. these two are going to go into the corner, bad boy corner, and I'm going to work on those later. Okay, here's a new one. All right, now let's go back to our folder, or to our cut and emboss machine, and use our folders. So I'm going to use Distress Tile. Now, we know that when we go through the cut and emboss machine that we need to put the spine of the folders in first. So you could either do it this way and bend the butterfly back, over the back, but you're going to have a little bit of space right at the top that does not get embossed. Or you can turn it this way and you will go all the way to the top, but you're going to have a little tiny bit on the ends, which didn't bother me, so I'm choosing to do it this way. Okay, so let's get our machine back. And this is a 3D folder, so I only need platform 1 and 4. And I'm going to crank that through. I love this card, like I said, for a little tiny thank you, for a name tag, you know, at your table for a name. Look how pretty that is. Now we just take this smaller butterfly for all the elegance of this butterfly and layer it on top of the big one. And there's no need to cut his head off. Oops, I forgot that this was a new one and it's coming out really good. And I like to bring this down a little bit to where the wings are just underneath the original base butterfly wings. And then we're going to use this. Look at how pretty that is. Do you guys like it? How cute. And then I'm going to use the tag to embellish the butterfly a little bit. Now stay with me. If you like color, you guys know I love white and vanilla, but if you love color, I am going to go there. So let's start heating up my heat tool. And we're going to take Versamark ink and the For You stamp that comes in the set. I want to use my embossing buddy on here first. I almost forgot. Okay, For You. Take a piece of scrap paper just because my toolkit tray is full of my items I need to use. I'm going to take my gold powder. My reverse tweezers. It's all come in the kit. Okay, so put the lid on. Heat this up. Oh, Bev, I'm so glad. I do too. I love it. Okay, we're going to make sure that embossing is cooked. It's shiny and it's raised. Okay. I'm going to grab a mini glue dot. I'm going to use one from my paper pumpkin kit. They're so much better now, so I can use those up. It used to be in the day, I never used those. I just tossed them or gave them to somebody that they liked them. but now they're really, really good. So I remove the protective paper and just set this for you right down just like that. You could, if you want, take your bone folder and curve this just a little bit, just so it's not laying down so flat. Give your wings a push. You can curl the, hi Carol. Oh, hi Carol, Carol, hi, my friend forever. How gorgeous this is. I want this to curl. Okay. All right, now we can step it up a little bit a number of ways. You can take that beautiful gold netting, just a little piece. I'm not going to stick it down because I'm just going to show you various things you can do. Put another mini glue dot on the knot and just set it right there like that. Look how dressy that becomes, like for a wedding. Beautiful. Okay. Or you could take, thank you, Viola. I know, it's just gorgeous. You can take the white and silver. You know how I mix metals. I do that with my home. My bathroom is both brass and I love silver. My jewelry, everything's, you know, look at that. So these legs are a little long. I kind of like this length. This one I think needs a little trim if I were to put it on here. So let's see about this. Like I said, I'm not going to put it down because I'm just giving you ideas. All right. But those of you who like color, let's take some of the bokeh paper. Now, bokeh means out of focus type of look. This is the, what color is this? Fresh Freesia. Fresh Freesia, that's what color this is. And let's take the other folder. Remember I told you I love to mix textures. So let's take the exposed brick and I cut down the 6x6 bokeh paper to 4x5 1/4, which is a simple layer. Oh, you love it with the ribbon edged. Yes, look at that. Oh, gorgeous. Yay, making my knees shake. All right, so let me move my tray, getting excited here. Isn't it fun how stamping can get you so darn excited? Let's get this cut and emboss machine here. And this is also a 3D folder, so platform 1 and 4. So now remember, we're stepping it up because we had a Bev card at the beginning, but now we're stepping it up to some color. But the color is very subtle, very soft pastel. And again, that's just, you know, one idea. You can use the brights if you'd like, or the neutrals, whatever you want. Look at that texture. Gorgeous. All right, let's get a base card. Let me get one here. Go into my case of cards. Now this is just regular basic cardstock now because it's I was using the thick because I want this to stand on its own, but now that I'm going to put it on a card possibly, we don't need it to stand on its own, so I'm using regular cardstock for this part. All right, so let me glue this down. Simple, basic card. Let me get my prototype on here. Look at that, how it looks with color behind it. Oh, it's not a good glue day, is it? Okay, I just put it down the middle of his body. I just do. I like the wings to be free. Fly, my friend. Okay, and then I can use the lines of the brick to make sure that my butterfly is straight. Let's let them dry there a minute. Since Bev likes the bow so much, look at that. The ribbon. Let's go ahead and stick that one down on here. We're stepping it up. So I'm going to bring the knot of the ribbon onto a mini glue dot. And then another. And then I'm going to turn it slightly at an angle and press. And then here is the inside. Here's the one I just made. So let's show you another. This bokeh paper. Hey, Kathy. Oh, thank you guys. This one's already embossed, so let me get it down so I can have 2 cards done. If you don't mind. Okay. So let's look at this one on the, what you're seeing down here is the layer piece. Get in there. Don't want to show you the layer piece yet. So let's put that on there with the Daffodil Delight and the blues in the paper, and then this one's in the freesia. Let's go to the gold bow. Just to give you guys, you know, some like the mesh, some like the silver and white. You might like something else. Let's put a little mini glue dot on this knot here. 2 is the rule. Well, it's not the rule, it's my rule. Set that down. And get it at an angle. Widen up that mesh. All right, so now let's go to this one. And I have a layer piece right here. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, so I stamped in, because there's Daffodil Delight in the front, I stamped Daffodil Delight with one of the smaller butterfly stamps. It's okay, Becky. You can watch the replay. And then for the beginning, and just catch up now, set that down. And remember I said I cut the bokeh paper to 4 by 5 1/4. That means that I had a little piece left. So since I have my butterfly there in the corner, let's use this little piece right here. Just be a little fancy on the inside. Becky, you've been making a bunch of beautiful cards, seeing them on Facebook. Thanks for sharing. Okay, there we go. All right, let's take this butterfly. Do the same thing that we just did to the other one. Set it down. Now see, here's where the folder didn't quite get all the way to the edge. Both sides there, but I think maybe you might not even notice that if I didn't point it out. You're welcome. And then you have a 2-part card, and what I mean by that is this opens up. Here's my prototype, and I said, in case you need me, I'm here. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful sentiment to send to somebody? For you. In case you need me. Hi, Sharon. In case you need me, I'm here. And then you can write, we're going to layer another piece. This one, let's close these up. This one has got the fresh freesia. Might as well finish this guy up, right? It is a fun set. Viola, a lot of fun. You're going to use it at open house. And I've got a whole different card for that, but it's just awesome as well. And then this can go on the inside. Oops, we need to do this. We got a leftover piece when we cut that down. Right? Okay. So this has not been put through the folder, but that's okay. You could do that if you want. So it's not a hard card at all. As long as you follow my directions, I'm making the, what I'm calling the note card. Then you can add it to a card or just use it as a note card, a place setting, name place setting, whatever you want to do. I just absolutely love this suite, and I want to thank Rose for showing it to me and making, she didn't make me, but her card and my thoughts together made me want this suite. Here are the itty bitties. I'm using these at open house for sure. I had not used them on these cards, but let's see if I dare, because these cards are so beautiful the way they are. I'm gonna chance it. Itty bitty dot right there. Okay. And then I'm gonna take my putty end of my take your pick tool, and there's blues and purples and silvers, whites. I'm gonna grab a silvery one and set it right there to match that ribbon, so you can just see. So they say odd numbers. I think one is odd. So that's why I'm just putting one. All right, you guys. So what do you think? Have you seen this done this way anywhere? Because I have not. I've been looking. And it's so weird to me because this is what I thought the intention was this note card guy. So if you watch the beginning of this live, then on the replay, then you'll see how I use this as a note card by itself, and then putting it on a card is what I call stepping it up if you want the regular size card and some color behind it. Of course, you could make the note cards with colored cardstock, and then you don't need a backing if you don't want. It's all up to you. I just touched the surface today, so let your imagination go wild and see what you come up with. Love both versions of the card and on the card and as a card. Fantastic. Great. Fantastic. That makes me happy. Thank you all for being here. I've got to run. I've got to go to that rental of mine and see how the construction is coming. I think we're almost at the end. I cannot wait till that's over. All right, ladies, I'm waiting for questions. I don't see any. Go back and watch the beginning so you can see how I made these note cards. It's very simple. Just follow those instructions and text me or email me if you have any questions. All right, take care. See you Sunday. Thanks for all the hearts. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.